waiting room there?
There is nobody currently in the waiting room, no. And Commissioner Canales did let me know she will not be able to attend today. So the only other commissioner, we have one commissioner that still has not logged in, but we do have enough for a quorum if you would like to start.
Okay, let me double check the time then, and it looks like it is 5:30. So do you need to record this?
Yes, it is being recorded.
All right. There it is. It just popped up on my calendar. It says I'm supposed to be at a Human Relations Committee meeting. All right, let me get rid of that screen. All right, I will call to order the April 13th, 2021 Human Relations Commission meeting. I would ask for a roll call of the commissioners, please.
Commissioner Burchell?
Present.
Commissioner Booker?
Present.
Commissioner Canales? Commissioner Grinter?
Present.
Commissioner Godsey?
Present.
Commissioner Holt-Burse? Commissioner Rivers?
Present.
Commissioner Schutte? Oh, I think we saw you say present.
If you're on a computer, Lori, just push the space bar and talk. It should unmute you. No? All right. Well, we could see you. I will ask as a chair for confirmation that the Kansas Open Meeting Act required notice has been properly provided.
Yes, it has.
Very good. Recognizing that we have a quorum and that the Kansas Open Meetings Act, the required notice has been provided, I will take us, according to our agenda, to item 2.1, approval of the minutes for the February 9th, 2021 regular meeting. They have been distributed to everyone electronically, and I will need a motion and a second to approve those minutes.
So moved. Anshonda Booker.
I second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Then those minutes will be approved. That takes us to our second item, 2.2, approval of the minutes of the March 19th, 2021 special meeting. And that those minutes were as well submitted electronically. I'll again need a motion and a second to approve those minutes.
I move to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the March 19th, 2021 special meeting. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, then I will ask that all those in favor of approval of the minutes signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, same sign. The minutes will stand approved as distributed. That takes us down to our new business. And if you studied the minutes from our last special meeting, you will recognize that we have a vacancy for vice chair of the commission. Our vice chair has decided to go on in academic pursuits and go forth to Lawrence, Kansas, and we wish her the best of luck. But we do need to fill the position of vice chair Is there a nomination, self or otherwise, for vice chair for the Human Relations Commission? You can volunteer, or I could start pointing. Come on, we need a nomination. Somebody step forward. Your job is to make sure I stay healthy and attend the meetings.
I nominate Stephanie.
And Stephanie, and she's not here, is that right? Where's?
Yeah, she's not on the meeting.
Oh,
Would the commission feel okay moving forward without somebody present?
If you don't
Well, I
show
can
up, this is what
rescind.
happens.
I can rescind if I need to. I didn't even realize she wasn't on here.
Any other nominations?
I nominate, also, can I nominate two people?
You betcha.
I nominate Chris Grincher.
Christopher, would you accept the nomination?
Sure.
Very good. Is there any other nominations? And everybody's hoping that Commissioner Booker keeps her microphone muted there. Yeah. It's, yeah. All right, then I need a motion and a second to close nominations. Is there a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second.
Second, okay, so what we're voting on is closing nominations, and then we'll make our vote. Okay, so all in favor of closing nominations signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Nominations are closed. We now have two people, Christopher and Stephanie. Okay, and is it, I would ask staff, since we're being recorded, is it okay if we raise hands? I'm sorry, Lori? Yes,
Yes, may I comment for a moment, please?
certainly.
Christopher, you agreed to serve on the Law Enforcement Citizen Review Board as well. Is that correct?
This is true.
Do you have a life?
I mean, it's debatable.
I'm just wondering. I think we all know overload when we see it and when we feel it. I'm just wondering. You look spry, young, and tall. So
That may all change by the end of the year.
there you go.
True.
That's right. That's funny. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, Chris. I don't know. I just don't want you to burn out.
I appreciate that. No, but I really do like community service. So it wouldn't have been something I would have volunteered for necessarily. But I mean, if Commissioner Booker thinks that would be a good idea, then I mean, I can do it. I am
Okay,
happy to do it.
Very
that's fine.
But
I'm sorry. I just was interested.
No, thank you for raising that. Since we are being recorded, and just to make sure you don't have to keep unmuting all the time, let's try this by a show of hands. So raise your hand for affirmation. So let's start with those in favor of voting for Stephanie. Please raise your hand. Okay, those in favor of Christopher, please raise your hand. And my count shows that we have a winner for our new vice chair of elections, Christopher. So thank you, Christopher. And we appreciate your community service. We really do.
well, thank you all very much.
That takes us to our next item on our agenda, Item 3.2, the Color of Law virtual book discussion event review. And I thought I would start that by being one of the facilitators for that event. It was held on April 1st, and it was not a April Fool's joke. We had some really good participation. Because of the COVID pandemic restrictions, it was held virtually, that we took the participants and put them into separate rooms for discussion. We had some opening comments first as to the whole group, went in and worked through some discussions based on the book itself, then reconvened again as the whole group to share our common experiences. This was a first for many of us, I think, participants and facilitators, for a virtual book discussion. But I could tell you, particularly for my breakout room, the only complaint that I saw going on was we just didn't have enough time. There was some really good discussion. There was no lack of input. I know that I personally, as a facilitator, probably learned just as much, if not more, than the other participants in my group. We had some really diverse people in the group from not just ethnic, racially, gender, but also by occupation and viewpoints. And it really made for a enriching experience, I think, for everyone. We also pointed out that the issue from this book, The Color of Law, is still very much alive, that the week previous to our discussion, Evanston, Illinois, became the first city to pass reparations for the victims of redlining in a rather massive way. So it's a very real topic, and several people wanted to continue the discussion. I know personally I got emails requesting some additional information and had some follow-up dialogue. I don't know if anybody else in the commission had an opportunity to attend, but I thought I'd open it up for questions or any further discussion. I know our staff was present, and let me tell you something, it would have not happened if I had to put it together. I just want to make sure you all understood that there was a lot of hard work. Understanding how to do breakout rooms is beyond me. I feel good when I get Zoom to work, period. The staff, well, you know, and even make sure I have the camera facing the right direction. That's been a problem in the past for me too. The staff did a wonderful job setting it up. As a facilitator, they had some prompts for me. I read the book a year ago, and then used some of the prompts to go back and look over my dog-eared copy and jotted down some more notes. And I found it, again, I think I learned just as much as anybody else. So does the staff have any comments?
I would just say it turned out to be a very well-received event by the evaluations. I got over 75% of the evaluations back. We had a little under 20.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we had a little under 20 participants for the event, and so each breakout room had four to five, which we were told that people really enjoyed having that smaller, more intimate group to be able to have these discussions and ask questions and learn together as they reviewed different questions and went through the book. And the biggest concern or a suggestion we had was to allocate more time. And so that was the biggest thing, is people were just saying, we wish we would have had more time. We wish we would have been able to stay in our groups longer. We wish we would have been able to, continue this conversation. And so we are definitely excited to hear that, to get that feedback so that we know that these are definitely events and topics that we will continue to pursue and continue to work on in providing these types of events for our community.
Any other comments? Okay, then I'd like to finish this item one more time by saying that this wouldn't have happened without the phenomenal work of the staff in the office. There were several people that were engaged in setting this up, and it really went well. And I think it went well because of the groundwork set by the staff. And please pass on to everyone the appreciation, because it wouldn't have worked without them. That takes us to our next agenda item then, item 3.3, our docket log. So I'd ask the staff for a update on the docket log.
Yes, let me share my screen. Are you guys able to see?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you. So as you can see, since the last time we met back in February, we have closed 8 cases. And I will just remind the commissioners that MPC means no probable cause. That means the case went before the commission and they found no probable cause in their findings. And so that case, when that happens, the case is returned to us and it is closed through our office. Conciliated means that the case was settled. And so both parties, the complainant and the respondent, believed that there were terms they could both agree to and settle on in order to close the case versus either moving on with investigation or moving forward to whatever step the case was going in, because conciliation can happen at any point in time during the length of the case. We did have one that we simply were not able to contact, and that unfortunately happens sometimes when we have a complainant come in, they sign, fill out the application, they sign the documents, and then maybe within a week or two, or sometimes a month in, we're trying to communicate, we're trying to contact them. We try to contact them both over the phone that they've left us and also through mail. But after several attempts, if we're not able to communicate or make contact with them, we do need to administratively close the case and are no longer able to move forward with the case. And so that did happen in that specific case that you see there. You'll also see withdrawal with resolution. And what that means is that after a complainant has opened a case and has signed everything, and throughout the length of the investigation, at some point, the respondent and the complainant decided to do their own settlement outside of our office. And this is perfectly okay. We see this happen a lot. The only thing we're able to do is inform the complainant and the respondent that anything that is agreed upon outside of our office or outside of a conciliated agreement that is monitored by our office, we do not monitor or enforce. And so it's a decision that they make. And if we do ask them also to sign a document stating that that is the choice that they have made. And once we get that signed and returned to us, then we move forward with processing the closure of the case. So those have been the 8 that have been closed through our office. We still have 5 open that you previously were made aware of. We have 1 new one that opened at the beginning of this month. We have 4 that have been found probable cause. And that means that it went to the commission and you guys decided that there was probable cause for discrimination, and therefore it moves forward with the process in our office. So you guys as a commission have definitely been busy receiving emails from us asking your availability and getting the information to you for you guys to be able to review these cases. And a heads up, we definitely have a couple more that are ready of these open ones that will soon be ready to also go before you guys to get those determinations. And Chair, that concludes my review of the docket log.
Are there any questions for staff about the docket log? Hearing none, I'll go then to our next agenda item. And again, thank you, staff, for that update. And thank you, Commission, for your hard work on this. I know it's difficult and time consuming on some of these cases. So it again, is appreciated. That takes us to our next agenda item, 3.4, upcoming events. This is where we're trying to see if anyone knows about any upcoming events that might be related to the Human Relations Commission. And could we close the shared screen, please?
Yes, one moment.
Because I'm cheating and I have my agenda on my other screen.
Oh, yes, one moment. My screen decided to freeze on me.
Now, as we're working on that, the 3.4, does anybody know of any upcoming events that would be related that the commission or the community might find of interest?
It's not really an event, but more of an opportunity. I know that USD 305 has their own equity council, and they are right now taking applications for the 21-22 school year. And that is also open to community members as well to be on that equity council.
Thank you. That's a great opportunity. And that's right along the lines of what we're looking for. So thank you, Hannah. That's good. Does anybody else know of any other upcoming items?
So I would like to inform you guys of the upcoming fair housing webinar that's going to happen on April 30th. This is a version of our annual fair housing seminar that we usually have every year in person. It's usually a whole day event. However, because of safety concerns and in order to make sure everyone feels comfortable attending, it is going to happen via Zoom. Just like our book discussion, it is scheduled to go from 1 to 5. We have a couple different speakers that will be providing different sessions. And I do have this is this year's flyer for you guys to see. Our topics, we have 4 different topics. We're going to have someone who is going to be doing Fair Housing Act 101, Violence Against Women Act, which is most commonly known as VAWA, and the Kansas Bill 78, reasonable accommodations, modifications, and assistance animals, and that's as it pertains to housing, and then rentals and COVID-19 in Kansas, specifically as when it comes to evictions or what is available in Kansas as far as rental assistance programs. So those 4 sessions will be provided throughout the webinar. We are excited that we're this year have the opportunity to record. So we will be recording the sessions and then later make them available on our website so that if you're not able to attend, you don't miss out on the content. You can still go back and look at it and hopefully get the information or the education on those specific topics.
Thank you. And that's a great opportunity, and it's a great a list of topics that I think many people would find of interest. So, yeah, if you get the chance, please avail yourself of that. Anybody else of any upcoming or outreach activities? Okay, then that will take us to item 4, public forum. Do we have any members of the public that would wish to be heard?
I do not see anybody in the waiting room, or no one's has logged into our meeting.
Okay. So not seeing or hearing from any member of the public, I will open this up for a motion for adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
First, second.
I second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Very good. Thank you all for your attendance and your attention. Congratulations one more time to Christopher. And we will see you the next time, or in 2 months, unless we have a special called meeting, and you'll be notified ahead of that time. So thank you again, and be safe.
Thank you. Goodbye, all.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye and thank you, everybody.